Alright class, welcome to Powtoon.com. What you're going to do is click Login, go over to Google, click the Google to log in, and allow it to connect. Once you allow it the first time, it won't ask you that step anymore. Once you're here, you can create, or if you have a list of projects, you can create a new project. Or if you're in the middle of working on a project, you can edit the project. Now, since you've never created a Powtoon, we're going to create, but we're going to create using a template. To do that, we're going to go to the bottom of the Create page and click on Pre-Made Templates. We're going to go over to the drop-down menu, and we're going to do Product Related or Sales and Marketing. When you get to the drop-down, then you can look at different ones. You can even preview one and see how you would like it. Remember, you're focusing on the style. So, if you have 3 reasons why someone should buy your product, maybe this video would be the great way to have a template to show 3 ways or 3 reasons why someone would want your product at the Kaluna Marketplace. If that isn't a great different type of layout for yours, then you might want to pick a different one. If you really like it, just click Use. I'm going to pretend like this was the best one for me. I'm going to click Use. I have plenty of slides. I can delete some or I can add some more, but I can't do that until I go to my storyboard. So all I need to go to my storyboard is to continue over here on the right-hand corner. Now that it's ready, I can see on my left-hand side that I have all my different elements built in to each of the slides. What makes Powtoon different than just a regular slideshow is that you actually have a timeline. The timeline builds your video. So when you are ready to work, turn on your timeline. This actually tells you the number of seconds you're at. This is very important. It gives your video the animated feeling. Watch this. As you notice, each of the things on the timeline pop up at a different time. This is what's giving you the animation and creating you a video. I'm going to go back up to the top and talk about things that you can do to change your video. For instance, I can just click on my words and then I can do the text effects. At any time, I can change the style. I can change the size. I can make it pop up differently. I can make someone write it. I can make it appear out of nowhere. I can make it get bigger or smaller. I can make it pop up. It even gives you an example. And I can also color it. Don't forget that dark on dark is never a good look. So if you're doing dark, you want to make sure that the background is light. And if you're doing light, you want to make sure the background is dark. Then you just click and change your words. that's my first slide. And if I look at my timeline, I'll see when this is going to pop up. Perfect. If I keep playing, it'll move on to my next slide. I can either look at the whole slide in its entirety, or I can click on each part of the slide to see what's going to happen. I can even move the time to find out what's going to happen. If I decide that this slide is a bit too boring, just too plain, I can actually go over here to the layouts. See how it pops open? And I can choose one of these other layouts. I can even click on this one, Infographics, and they have some pretty interesting layouts. I can just change it by clicking on it right there. If I don't like that one and the animation that you see, then I can choose another one and it will change it for me. Now I'm trying to sell ornaments, so I'm going to try to pick one that's relatively easy. Alright, now I can go to each part of the slide and change the elements here. This one is the entire slide and it has to do with this text box here. I'm not going to change that. Now I'm going to move over to my text and change what I have here. As you can see, there's several text boxes. If I look here, they'll tell me how many. So each one you have to change. You can change the color, or you can just change the text itself. It's up to you. Go to the next thing. And you might tell them to bring their piggy bank. But if you don't absolutely love the coins, you don't have to have them. Click on the coins in this area right here and backspace them out. If you want a different object, click on Objects and then try to pick a different object. You can even do a search. And it'll find all the different ones that they might need. Anything that's locked, you should not use. The locked items are pay-for-only items. If you want them to remember to bring their money, you could just put that there. At any time, if you want to turn it, you can turn it. But remember that now your timing for your money is popping up at about 2 seconds. Now, I probably don't need to have anything but the when and where, but I also want to do time to tell my customers when to shop. I'm going to take my piece, bring it down, and then make it bigger. I'm also going to need to add in a text box. I might even need something that really draws their attention because we already have some different boxes here. Here I can put the time. Now I need to go back and make sure my timing is correct. Now if I felt like my viewers did not have enough time to watch my whole video, I can add a little extra time at the end. Be very careful when you're adding time. If If you don't add time correctly, you could cause your problems during the video. If I want to add time at the very end of the video to give a little bit more time for my viewers to see the time of the day for my purchase to be made, I'm going to add a little plus right here at the 5 seconds. This adds 1 more second to the end of this timing. Now when I go back to watch, now I feel like my viewer has actually seen the time of my time when the marketplace will be open. Another thing I might want to consider when moving on is to add some pictures of things that I actually have created. Mine is of the marketplace. For my marketplace item, I'm actually going to create some ornaments. So I'm going to type in "Christmas never looked better." Ornaments with style. But then I need to show what my ornaments look like. So I'm going to go over here to Images, and I'm going to upload that image. I would have already needed to have taken that picture and put it in my Google Drive in order to pull it in. Once you pull it in, it will load into a special area where you can click on it and then insert it. You might need to change it, and you might need to crop it. Don't forget, if you need to crop an image, it's very easy. Just press the crop, and then you can actually cut off any extras. Click off of it, and then go to the corner to size it down. Now, don't forget, you have to look at the timing. Alright, the last thing I'm going to talk to you about is music. Alright, so I'm going to go all the way back up and talk to you about how to change the music. This is your sound manager down here. Another reason why you must have your timeline on to see everything. You also have some other options over here that say sound. This is the soundtrack you're currently playing. You can record and you can upload. If you press soundtrack, it takes you to the soundtrack that you're seeing at the bottom of your screen. You can do a voiceover by just pressing record and allow. Come shopping at Thompson's Ornaments. Come shopping at Thompson's Ornaments. If you love it, apply it. Now, go back to the very beginning, and play. Come shopping at Thompson's Ornaments. If you also notice, the same music is still playing. You can actually change that. So, back to our soundtrack. I want to keep my recording, and then I might want to change the different style of music. There's a drop down. I'm trying to motivate my people to buy my product. I have to press apply and then play. Come shopping at Thompson's Ornaments. That's it.